Hi, how are you? I pray you're doing really well. So, a quick channel update before we get started with the really exciting news. I know in the last video I said that that was the last one as Truth Unveiled 777, and it still is. I'm not led to post any related content that you're normally used to when it comes to political content or even scriptural content in terms of the content that you're used to seeing as Truth Unveiled 777. Yahuah willing, maybe until the spring of the new year, maybe we'll start uploading again. I'm not sure yet. However, what I am led to share with you is the Restored Scriptures version. Now, for those of you who've been following the channel for a very long time now, you know that we've been talking about this for a while. And during the time away from YouTube and the time Yahuah had me just away from social media altogether and everything, Yahuah's just been leading me to do the Restored Scriptures version. And you're probably wondering, well, what's the Restored Scriptures version? I'm so excited to share that with you so you could take a look and have a preview of what it is that we're doing, and also sort of what you can see what is going to come out of this amazing project indeed. Now, once again, this is not a Truth Unveiled 777 video. This is a video that is done through our witnessing organization called Witness to the World, or WTTW. I discussed a little bit about it in the last video, but basically WTTW is our witnessing organization that is responsible for helping fund and do immersions all over the world. We've done immersions in 6 countries now, and we've done hundreds of people's worth of immersions. And if you would like to be added to that list, you can email me and we'll give that information in a moment to come. So that's also the organization that will be doing the Restored Scriptures version. So you're probably wondering, well, what is the Restored Scriptures version? And later on in the video, I'm going to actually be showing you exactly what it is so you can see it for yourself. So this is the post that I made. It will be linked in the description box below. But basically, the Restored Scriptures version, or TRSV, first planted its roots back in 2017. For those of you who remember, the channel started in 2015. And by the favor of Yahuah, amassed over 360,000 subscribers and 60 million views. But of course, due to censorship and everything, we had to make backup channels, etc., etc. And this is where we are today. However, I was led to start sharing scriptural related truths and topics on playlists known as the Living Righteously and Scriptures Often Ignored series, also known as the Scriptures Often Forgotten series that came thereafter. That was in 2016. Then in 2017, I realized that the different versions of scriptures that we would copy and paste from still contain pagan words and pagan titles. Like if you copy and paste from just the KJV or, you know, the NIV or whatever version you use in the English, it more than likely has those titles. So I saw there was a need to use the restored names to put them back into scripture on the channel. And that is what led to WTTW, Witness to the World, and also our independent publisher, Rainbow's Publishing House. And this will be the publisher, Yahuah willing, that will be used to publish the Restored Scriptures version. So again, well, what is it? So what does it do? It seeks to place the restored names, regions, peoples, and locations back into scripture using the Yahudyth Paleo Hebraic language and tongue. And yes, we're looking to do the entire scriptures. So most translations that we know today have deliberately taken out the restored name of our creator and replaced it with various words and titles. And for those of you who've been following on the channel, you already know about this quite well. We've talked about this extensively. So again, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, or if you're new here, you could take a look at some of the videos on here as well as on the Rumble channel to help speed you up and catch you up with everything we're talking about. So again, thousands of years and over the course of lingua-franca, or common languages such as Aramaic, Greek, Latin, Arabic, German, English, and modern Hebrew, scriptures have been lost in translation, so to speak. So again, we're going to be using the restored name of Yahuah the Father, Yahusha the Son, Ruach HaKadosh for the made apart spirit, and Alua for the restored title. That is what we're going to be using for the Restored Scriptures version. And also everything that was on this channel, everything that you've learned on this channel, everything that was revealed on this channel up to this point when it comes to scriptural truths and everything will be included in the Restored Scriptures version as well. I will link this in the description box below so that you can read more of this on your own time. For the sake of time, I really want to show you how the actual Restored Scriptures version actually looks on the inside. So again, this post goes over why these scriptures are needed and important, and goes over some of the historical details about all of the captivities that have hidden the truth and have hidden the scriptures and have sought to translate them and transliterate them based on our enemies, and how they were responsible for hiding certain words, hiding certain things, like during Babylonian captivity and then Greek captivity during the Maccabean revolt, how certain words and ideologies and Greek ideologies were added into the calendar and into the scriptures, such as the Pentecost, as well as deliberate mistranslations such as the resurrection account. And again, we've gone over this in our resurrection video as well, that talked more about some of these mistranslations. And again, during Babylonian captivity, they adapted a new calendar system, and that's where you get the moon calendar from, the new language as Aramaic, the new alphabet script, and a new culture altogether. And then when Rome came about, of course, as we talked about on this network with the true locations, that's when they started renaming cities and towns, and again creating their forged carbon copy of the fake Jerusalem that you see in the fake land today. That's not the real place where scripture took place. Again, we've done documentaries on all of these things. So fast forward 2,000 years later now, you'll see that the Trsv seeks to place back the restored pronunciations of our native tongue back into scripture. So again, the modern Hebrew does not accurately pronounce or convey the ancient Yahudyth Hebraic words. You remember and recall from our Hebrew 101 video that again, they claim that it's an Abjad language and the Nukud vowel pointing system that was done to hide the truth of our language, and we go over that more. So again, the Trsv will seek to restore those words and places. It also will fix common errors and mistranslations, such as the resurrection account, changes to 1 Samuel 1:5 as it's known, or Shamuel, added month names that were never originally there in books like Azara, Ezra, Nehemiah, Nehemiah, Hadassah, Esther, so-called, and so on. It will remove pagan words and titles. And also, did you know the name of our creator was removed from scripture almost 7,000 times? And also, through this version, the goal is for you to have a more intimate relationship with your creator by getting to know his name, as we've talked about in the Living Righteously and Scriptures Often Ignored series. And also, we will have the videos linked from the Hebrew 101 series as well. Now, what makes this version different? Because I know there are already a lot of versions out there. I know there are a lot of versions that are even using the restored name. So what makes ours different? What makes ours unique? So you can see for yourself. The biggest thing, of course, is that the restored names are used. So this is actually inside the actual document, and I'll take you to the document in just a moment to come so you can see our progress. As you can see right here, this is the book of Joshua, Yahusha. Yes, he has the same name as the Messiah, as we talked about in our video, What is the Name of the Father and the Son? So you can see the name of Yahuah is back in its rightful place. The restored title is back, and you can see the restored pronunciation as well of different places and people and regions of scripture is also back as well. So this is excerpted from Yahusha, Joshua chapter 1. If I keep going, this it comes from Shupatayim, or Judges. As you can see, the name is right back where it belongs. You see that the names, the restored names of places and people in scripture are back as well too, in the pronunciation of how it would have been pronounced, as close as we can get for what we know right now. And then we also have Proverbs chapter 17 as well. Now, again, this will be linked in the description box below so that you can take a look at it on your own time as well. So this is Proverbs chapter 17. This just gives you an idea of how the document actually looks and how it intends to look. And also, of course, knowing their names and what they mean, like Jeremiah, Yahuah exalts; Isaiah, Yashiyahu, Yahuah saves; Yarmyahu for Jeremiah, and things like that, as we've gone over as well. Now, again, something that you should know about this version is that it's intended to be free. Let me repeat that. We are intending this to be free. So unlike most versions that do call on the restored names, the Restored Scriptures version will be free and available to the public for free at no cost. So through our publishing company, and if Yahuah wills, we intend to produce, ship, and distribute these scriptures to any and everyone for free. So whether it's online, on an app, on a website, or a physical copy for your family, our goal is to keep the Restore Scriptures version free, but we need your support. So it's going to be free with an option to donate. Again, you do not have to donate at all. And if you decide not to, it will still be free and accessible for you. But again, we really could use your support. And when it comes to funding for shipping costs and things like that and distribution, this version also is going to have restored acrostics. So did you know that some passages in the scriptures use acrostic lettering in the Yahudyth in books such as Psalms, the Ayalim, and Ayakah, Lamentations? However, most translations today have omitted these from the text altogether. So again, we seek to actually put that back. So this is how it would look right here. This is from Thalium or the Ayalim, Psalms 25 with the restored acrostics, as you can see right here. And then this is Ayakah, Lamentations chapter 1 with the restored acrostics too, so that you can see that. We also will restore certain words. So like, for example, the name of Hadassah, commonly known as Esther, will be restored. The word rhinoceros also will be in there too. And then multiple study tools to go beyond your typical studying. So we'll also include a Yahudyth Paleo Hebrew study guide, a pronunciation guide, notes to help you further your scriptural studies, a glossary, a linguistic studies, and more. So here are our goals and current progress. This is our current title page, as you can see right here. As you can see, it is over 500 pages so far. So that's the current title page. This is right now, as you can see, the 521st page right there. So we've currently completed 27 books with over 500 pages worth of completed material. So these are the books that we've completed so far. So we've completed the 12 prophetic books, also known as the minor prophets, some of the writing books as well. It's grouped based on different categories. So these are the books that we've completed from those. And then the historic prophetic books were still in the so-called Old Testament. So right now we're about almost halfway through the entire scriptures right now. There's still the other half with the addition of the 75 Psalms. We've gone through that as well. So our main goal right now is to finish the rest of these books, include the intro, and then look into places and resources for distribution and publication. Some of our future goals include to transliterate the 14 apocryphal books that were also taken out. So these are goals, Yahuah willing, well into the future, and also the pseudepigraphal books that are classified as scripture, such as Kanuk Enoch. Also to complete this version online for free, and then look on ways on how to publish physical copies and distribute them to the public for free. And we might have to publish multiple books grouped into categories with a volumized edition of the Restored Scriptures version. So our main goal right now is to have this out by a so-called April 1st, 2025, in time for the spring appointed times, because I know that'll be coming up basically the week after. But in order to make that happen, we will need your support. Your contributions will mean so much to us. Again, it will be free and is free with option to donate. And join us as we witness to the world. So when you click on the donor box link, you'll be able to donate right here above and follow the instructions on how to donate. Again, if you're led to donate to this project, if you're led to donate and support this project, it would mean so much to us indeed. Alternatively, you can also do so with Cash App at Truth Unveiled 777 with Cash App, and I'm also on PayPal as well at Truth Unveiled 777 as well, and this will be linked in the description box below for you too. So now I just want to give you a quick look into how it looks so you can see for yourself. So again, it's 523 pages as of right now. So this is the proposed cover page. And again, folks, this is not the end all be all. This is just right now we're still in draft format. And of course, we still have to do proofreading and some more copy editing. But again, this is the book of Yahusha. As you can see right here, if I keep going on the document, so you see it's divided into columns so that you can clearly see it and clearly read it. This is how it actually looks in the actual document tab. So as you can see right here in the document tab, this is how the actual Restored Scriptures version looks. And this is how you can see the different books that we've currently have right now. Now compare this to the Living Righteously, or Scriptures Often Ignored, Scriptures Often Forgotten videos, and you'll see that this is how Habakkuk chapter 1 looked when we did it it for the book of Habakkuk. So now you see right here, it looks very similar indeed. Of course, we made sure to put the English Yahuah here every time his name is there so you can actually see it. So when I click on each book, it actually takes me to that book. So you can see right here, Zechariah, as you can see right there. If I go to Shayar HaShayarim, that's the Song of Songs, you can see the same thing. It takes me to the same thing. And if I scroll, it's going to take me and you're going to see the actual book itself. So I just wanted to give you a preview of how it actually looks. I'll even take you to Mashalian Proverbs as well. This is what we have for Proverbs so far. As you can see right here, I know I'm kind of breezing through this, but I will make sure to, y'all were willing to do follow-up videos when it comes to this specifically and updates on this specifically, just so that you have an idea, as well as the Ayayim Psalms as well. So this is what we have so far. And again, we've done up to 75 chapters of Psalms, as you can see right here. And again, I'll be updating you so that you will, be aware of these things as well. I also wanted to quickly come on here and show you how some of our notes look. So we're going to go to the book of Ayub, the book of Job. So this is well into the 400s right now. Again, this is not the finalized version of it, but I just wanted to show you how it looks. So we're here at chapter 39 and we're on verse 9 and 10. So as you can see right here, it uses the word rhinoceros. So it uses the restored translation of the word, and it gives a note right here, as you can see, that says some translations use the word unicorn or wild ox. However, the 1598 Latin Vulgate reads rhinoceros in verse 9 and rhinocerota in verse 10. Noah Webster's Dictionary 1828 edition lists unicorn and rhinoceros as synonymous. Therefore, this version will use the restored Yahudyth translation of Ram or Rayam to mean rhinoceros. And then another thing that we've done with this version that also makes it stand apart from other versions is that aside from when it comes to using the restored words and restored names and things like that in regions of places, we've also added notes to how the Masoretic has done a lot of twisting as well. So we're here in 2nd Shamuel on the document, as you can see. And the reason we're here is because what you're going to start to see is that the Masoretic, they've done a lot of twisting indeed. So this is a place where the translators took out the all letter for Yahudyth, but will be restored in this version. So this is one example of that, or I want to say that means Jezreelite in the English. And then also here, this is another place, this is, I want to say chapter 2, where this is another place where the translators took out the Yod letter. So if you go to Shupatiyim Judges 21 in the interlinear in the actual Strong's Masoretic Concordance, you'll see that names are twisted as well. And that's not the only place, because we're also going to go later on to another chapter. I want to say this is chapter 3, verse 19 in 2 Samuel, where it's Ban Yamayan, but then it's also Ban Yaman. So this is the same word to denote Benjamin, or one of the tribe names, but here the Masoretic uses two different variations of his name within the same verse, and you can actually look that up in the Strong's Concordance to see that. So again, we note those changes and those subtle changes that the Masoretics have done, even here in this version as well. Again, your support will be very helpful indeed. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at witnesstotheworld1@gmail.com. Again, my email is witnesstotheworld1@gmail.com. And always remember to seek Yahuah and his true son Yahusha for even more truth. And as I normally say in other videos, this is Truth Unveiled here, saying as always, Shalom.